All right, guys, this week on Noshing with Nikki, we are bringing you for a Korean food feast. We're gonna start right here at Kimbap Paradise for some kimbap, which is essentially Korean sushi, and some rice cakes. I'm very excited for that. And then we're gonna take you on a little soup tour of Koreatown. It's going to be a delicious episode, so watch all the way through so you don't miss a single delicious bite. Come on, let's head on in. Make sure to watch all the way to the end to experience all of the delicious Korean food. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and check the description below for the names and addresses of the restaurants. All right, guys, so here we are at Kimbap Paradise in Koreatown, Los Angeles. And here we've got the menu. Now right here, we've got all the different types of kimbaps that you can order. You've got the regular kimbap and the premium kimbap. We're gonna order the sausage with vegetable roll for you guys, and also we've got the smoked beef with vegetable roll. We've had both of these before and they're incredible, so I'm really excited to try this again. Now here on this next page, we've got a bunch of different things. It looks like pork cutlet, we've got some soups, dumplings, but what we're here for is up here at the top. We've got these rice cake dishes, and we're going for this spicy rice cake with cheese topping. That is gonna be delicious. And it's made of a red pepper sauce with chili flakes, so it's gonna be a little spicy. And then you've got cabbage, bean sprouts, fish cake, sausage, and the rice cakes in there covered with that cheese and in that red pepper sauce. That's just gonna be delicious. I'm very excited to try that. Now this food all came really fast. We ordered, and before I knew it, all this food was here. So we've got sausage kimbap, premium beef kimbap, and it's a steamed beef. It looks really good. We've actually had these before, and I love them. So I had to order both of these again because they're my favorites. They also brought out a little soup for us. It looks kind of just like a miso soup, but really is gonna be quite nice. And then here, I'm so excited about this. I've never had this. This is rice cake covered in melted cheese. And of course, in Korean cuisine fashion, you've got your banchan here. We've got kimchi, jalapenos, fish cakes, and radish right here. I'm very excited. This radish is my favorite. I'm gonna take a sip of this soup because you wanna have it hot. You gotta mix up the soup because it's got all that goodness in there that you really wanna spread around. Oh, it's kind of got a little kick to it. It's basically a miso soup with a tiny little kick. It's really good. So this is gonna be my first bite of kimbap for today. I'm so excited, I'm very hungry. And you can see it's got sausage, egg, carrot, radish, fish cake, and it looks like imitation crab in there. The woman who works here, she called it Korean California roll, but definitely has a lot more than your typical California roll. So I'm very excited. Let's give this a try. That was so good. You have the freshness from the greens, the crunchiness from the radish and the carrot, and then the softness from the sausage, imitation crab, and egg. And you've got that seaweed flavor in there as well. It's so good, really, I just love this. I like that it's not heavy. A lot of rolls and sushi can be very heavy, and this is not heavy at all. It's a very simple, clean taste, but still very, very flavorful. So let's go ahead and try the beef one. In there you could see you've got your steamed beef, you've got egg, radish, your greens, and you've got carrot in there as well. So this is also gonna be a very fresh taste with, you're gonna have your softness and your crunch in there, your differences of textures. Wow, that beef flavor. The beef tastes just like a type of beef you might get at Korean barbecue, kind of with that little sweetness in it and very rich in flavor. It's so good. Again, you have the crispiness from the vegetables, the freshness from the greens. You've got that flavor of seaweed in there, and that beef has so much flavor. So really, it's just such a good, easy meal to eat. And I love that, because sometimes I don't want to eat something heavy. This is great. I would say go for this if you've got kimbap around you. Man, I love this. I'm very happy about both of these. I enjoy them very much. And you can't go wrong with having a bunch of different options of banchan here. Now let's get to the new item for me, which is this rice cake with fish cake, sausage, and just covered in melted cheese. Now, I've had rice cake before and I love them, but I've never had it served like this, so I'm very excited. Here we have the rice cake covered in melted cheese. Just look at that melted cheese, it looks so good. So I'm gonna try that first. And it looks like there are sprouts in here. We've got some fish cake, but oh man, just look at that cheese. It looks amazing. Wow. The texture and the flavor in that dish are both incredible. It's spicy. It's definitely got a kick. It's chewy from the rice cake. It's crunchy from the bean sprouts. And that cheese just has so much flavor. And there's a slight sweetness in the sauce too. This is so good. This is incredible. I've got to try a piece with the fish cake as well. See what kind of flavor that adds to it. It's so good. I have never had it, and I will gladly eat it many more times. Oh, just look at that. Look at all that cheese. Wow. Let's give it a go. Who knew? Cheese on top of rice cakes. I don't think I've ever needed anything more in my entire life. Wow, it is spicy. The more you eat, it's spicy. This is so good. This might be one of my favorite Korean meals that I've ever had. I'm so happy to share this with you guys. I really hope that some of you get out here to try this because this food is amazing. I cannot say enough good things about it. I'm gonna keep eating this, and I'll see you guys over at our next location for some Korean tofu soup. All right, hey guys, so here we are at Beverly Soon Tofu Restaurant. This place is gorgeous. I mean, just look around, it's packed, the ambiance is beautiful, and everyone's already so friendly here. We just got here. We already have some buckwheat iced tea. It comes with the meal. We also ordered, this is called Baekseju, and it's a Korean traditional rice wine. They said it's a little sweeter, so that'll be fun. It's really great to try beverages from different cultures as well. And then they also already dropped off a little appetizer. They said it's a soft tofu appetizer. You can see there's some seaweed on it. Looks like some sesame seeds and some sort of maybe soy sauce, maybe vinegar, I'm not quite sure yet. And also, these are raw eggs, and these are gonna go into the tofu soup when that comes here. So that's gonna be really good. Let's go ahead and look at the menu. This is what we came for, the Soon Tofu. It's Korean tofu soup, and you can see they've got 9 different options. You've got combinations that have seafood and meat, either beef or pork. So we're gonna order the seafood combo, which is oyster, baby clams, mussel, shrimp. That sounds delicious, and all of these soups come with tofu. And then we're gonna get the soybean paste soup. Also comes with tofu, and soybean paste is actually a very traditional base for a lot of Korean soups. And we ordered that with beef. You can also choose your spicy level. So plain, mild, medium, or hot. We got that seafood one is hot, and then the other one is medium, so I'm excited. I'm really excited to try this buckwheat tea. I'm quite thirsty from the last place that we went to. And I love how it's this little bowl. Buckwheat tea is actually one of my favorites. I can't have any caffeine, so I can't have green teas or black teas or anything like that, but buckwheat tea and herbal teas are A-okay for me. So let's give this a shot. This is a very mild buckwheat tea, and it's so refreshing. I mean, on a hot day in LA, this is great. Hot soup, cold tea, you know, balance out your temperatures. But really, this is good. I like it a lot. It's very refreshing, and it's very much needed right now. And here they are dropping off a bunch of banchan for us. And I love me some banchan. What's this one here?
potato.
Oh, that's potato. We got kimchi, cucumber, bean sprouts.
And spicy radish.
Oh, spicy radish.
Yeah,
okay.
Sweet radish.
And sweet radish. Oh my gosh, these look amazing. I don't usually see potato in a banchan, and it looks like it's gonna be sweet. That looks like it's in some kind of syrup. I'm gonna go in for these right away. I know I was gonna try the wine, but the wine can wait. So I'm gonna try one of these potatoes because this automatically caught my eye. This just looks so good. Oh yeah. That might actually be yam, a sweet potato. And it's in kind of a syrup, but it's not that sweet at all. It's kind of like a sweet and savory mix. Oh, and here's our soup. All right, guys. So as I was describing the banchan, all of our food came. Just look at this table full of delicious food. Again, we've got these 6 banchan. We've got our tea, our rice that goes with our soups. We've got our spicy seafood tofu soup. And right here, we've got our medium spice soybean paste based soup. And it's got beef, lots of tofu, and some vegetables. And then again, we've got this drink right here. So I'm actually gonna give this a try and then I'm gonna get to the food. I'm very excited. Again, it's a Korean traditional rice wine. They said it's kind of sweet. So let's give this a little shot. It's cold, so that's nice. Another refreshing drink to go with the soup. Now, we had rice wine in China and it was very, very strong. This is 13%, which is what normal wine is like, so I'm hoping it's a little easier. So let's give it a try. Oh, definitely a different flavor than the wine with grapes that you're used to. You can taste kind of that rice wine liquor flavor, but it's not as heavy. It is a little sweet. You have that kind of like fermented rice aftertaste. It's good, a sip. Like you wanna sip this. You don't wanna take a whole chug like you might with the wine you're used to. Definitely a sipper. But we came here for tofu soup. Let's give this first spicy seafood tofu soup a shot. This looks so amazing. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. That is spicy and flavorful. You get such a kick of chili in that first taste. And that tofu just melts in your mouth. It's so smooth. Let's give it a shot here with some oyster. Just look at that oyster, that is huge, looks delicious. And it's very hot. It's been boiling, but it's still very hot. Wow. With the oyster in there, it's delicious. It is spicy. That base is just so good. Really though, the star of this dish is this tofu. This tofu is soft and it makes it seem almost creamy. It's amazing. I'm gonna try a little bit with some rice, although I don't think you really need the rice with the tofu because the tofu is just the perfect texture. That is an amazing soup. I love me some tofu soup, and this one is perfectly spicy and flavorful. Okay, and here's the second one. This is gonna be a medium spice. It's the soybean paste base, and it's a beef soup with tofu. It doesn't have a lot of beef because, again, the star is supposed to be the tofu. So let's go ahead and try it just with the broth and the tofu right now. Oh, wow. That soybean paste base is so rich and flavorful. Oh my gosh. And the tofu's, because some of it breaks off into tiny little pieces, it really does seem like a creamy soup. Let's get this beef and mushroom in here. This looks really good. Wow. Oh my gosh. That is so rich. The beef really isn't the star, and it isn't supposed to be. Again, the tofu and the broth are the star of this, that soybean paste-based sauce. I love me some spicy tofu, but this base, this sauce, you can't miss it. It's so good. And wow, just an incredible flavor all around. I was not prepared for how good this was gonna be. I love this, and it's a medium spice, so this one really isn't spicy, especially after having tasted the seafood one. I still have the spice from that in my mouth. But wow, just incredible. I'm gonna keep eating this. These soups are amazing. I really couldn't tell you what my favorite thing is from today. It's all been so delicious. Next up, we're taking you for some more Korean soup. These are gonna be more clear broths. We're gonna get some oxbone soup, we're gonna get a chicken ginseng soup, and something called hangover soup. And maybe after the wine, we might need it, but who knows? All right, I'm gonna get back to this, and I'll see you guys at the next spot. Here we are at Haemaru. This is a restaurant that specializes in Korean soup, specifically salangtang, made with akaushi beef from Japan, which is the Kumamoto region of Japan. I'm very excited. Soup can be very hearty and rich and just soothing. So this is gonna be a great place. We're actually gonna get 3 soups for you guys. We're gonna get salangtang, we're gonna get a Korean hangover soup, and a chicken ginseng soup. And I believe the chicken is stuffed with rice. So it's gonna be so good and delicious. And I hope you guys are excited as I am. All right, so all of the food just got here pretty much at the same time, and the smell is just intoxicating. It is just filling my sinuses, and I'm so excited to try all of this. Here we've got the Haejangguk, which is Korean hangover soup. We've got the samgyetang here, which is a chicken ginseng soup, and the chicken is stuffed with rice. And then right here we've got the soko salangtang, which is a mixed meat soup, and it's in an oxbone broth. This soup has akaushi beef in it from the Kumamoto region in Japan, which is one of the 4 Wagyu beefs from Japan. So it's gonna be really tender, very delicious and flavorful. All of this just looks amazing. The smell is incredible. And then of course here you've got the banchan, again with Korean style food. You've got spinach, macaroni salad. This is a sauce to dip the beef from the soko salangtang in. And then you've got spicy radish and kimchi. And then here you've got our 2 types of rice, white rice and black rice. And they told us that black rice is more traditional, so obviously we had to get that one. I'm so excited. This just looks incredible. First up, we're gonna try the soko salangtang, and this place kind of specializes in salangtang. Let's taste this broth. It's an oxbone broth. Typically, oxbone broth is very rich. It's a very light broth. It's almost a little watery. I was expecting a little more flavor from it, but you do taste the oxbone in there. Oh, and it kind of has this like creaminess that coats your tongue after. It's very light, but also very refreshing. Let's go ahead and try. I want to try a piece of this Wagyu beef. Oh, that looks really good. It's a little tougher than I was expecting it to be. I was expecting it to be very soft because it is graded as a type of Wagyu beef. It's cut very thin, so maybe it just cooked a lot in the broth. They gave us this dipping sauce for this beef, so I want to try that out. There's jalapeno in there. I'm not entirely sure what's on the side here, but let's give that a try. Oh, that is good. That is really good. That's some type of horseradish, so it has a little kick to it. The jalapenos don't make it very spicy, but this sauce is incredible. It's so flavorful. Wow. Really, this sauce makes the whole dish. I love that sauce. Okay, let's try out these noodles. Let's see how they taste. And I'm gonna get some meat in there too. Really, everything in this dish is very light. It's actually very, very light. All the flavors are really mild. I was hoping for a little more flavor. The smell is incredible. The aftertaste is the best part. It kind of leaves this very rich, creamy aftertaste. I think this dish is just meant to be very soothing, very mild, hearty dish. It's not too filling, but it's supposed to have a lot of good things in there for you. It is good. I was just hoping for maybe a little more flavor in there. It's very mild. So let's try these other soups and see how these ones compare. And here we've got the Haejangguk, the Korean hangover soup. And you can see we've got some wilted greens in there. You've got bean sprouts, and that actually looks like that might be some tripe in there. Wow, I absolutely love tripe. You've got a bunch of green onions. Right here, you've got a little bit of meat. Oh my gosh, this soup is just loaded with a bunch of delicious food. I can see why that's a hangover soup. It looks like it's got a lot of good nutrients in there, a lot of things that are really great for your body. So let's give this broth a try. Oh, that is good. You do get a little kick from the chilies, and just, you can taste the vegetable, you can taste the meat in there. I'm gonna get a bite with a little bit of everything in here. Oh wow, just look at that. I don't know if this can really cure hangovers, but this is delicious. That meat is so soft. Wow, just the textures, you get crunchiness from the bean sprouts. The meat is so tender. The greens are still crunchy, but also very soft. This is so good and has so much flavor. That broth is incredible. I absolutely love that broth. Probably my favorite thing so far. Okay, and last but not least, we've got the samgyetang here. Okay, so a really nice Korean gentleman sitting next to us just told us the story about samgyetang. And this is a special soup that farmers who have chickens will eat in the summer because it gives them strength to endure the heat. It gives them the power to get through the hot summer months. And they believe that this soup is so hearty and so healthy that it gives them power. And that's just, I think that's a great story. That's really cool. This soup really is a special Korean dish, so I'm very excited to try it. This smells incredible. You just get all of that aroma of the chicken. So I'm gonna try the broth first. So again, it's a very light broth, but you really are hit with that richness from the chicken. I was not expecting it to hit me with that much flavor, but it really is incredible. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to taste this chicken with rice in there, because it's just one giant piece of chicken. So maybe I can, oh, and that rice is just so soft. Wow, just look at that rice. I'm gonna give that a try. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I feel like maybe there's a little bit of ginger in there. It's almost like a ginger flavor that you get in the rice. This rice is so good. It's so soft. It's almost like a sticky rice with broth in it. That is incredible. I love this. And I think right here, oh, here we've got a piece of chicken with that rice. So let's go ahead and try that out. That was not chicken. That was garlic, and that was very good. It doesn't feel heavy. Again, it's a soup, so you don't want it to feel heavy, but it feels rich and hearty. That rice, the texture is incredible. The flavor is incredible. The broth really soaked into it. I am very much enjoying this. This is so good. This is like if you were at home sick and you needed some chicken noodle soup, but instead of noodles, it was delicious, soft rice soaked up with all that broth. It just feels good to eat it. This is a great dish. I would recommend this. I'm not sure that I taste very much of the ginseng, but you are just getting a lot of flavor from the chicken in there, and it just, great chicken soup. Look what I found. It's the ginseng. Also, for this location, for a Haemaru, they actually give you a whole thing of salt. I think that you're supposed to salt your own soup. That way, if you like it lighter, without any salt in it, you can do that. Maybe you're here because you're sick and you really don't want the salt in there. This ginseng chicken dish was so good, I could not stop eating the rice. I love the flavor in it, and this hangover soup was so flavorful. I would say definitely come here, give it a try. You can season your own soup if maybe something's a little too bland for you. This food was incredible. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got a really exciting video for you guys, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.